What is up, everybody? It's Night Freak here. I am back. Alright, I'm going to do my bracket challenge because someone wanted me to do this. I did it last year. I failed miserably. I had Wichita State going to the finals. That did not happen, so we'll see how it goes this year. Alright, I'm going to start off in the Midwest bracket. Kentucky versus either Manhattan or Hampton. Kentucky, I don't even have to explain why. Alright, next game, Cincinnati-Purdue. I am picking Cincinnati. I just believe that they're the stronger team. They've beat more ranked teams than Purdue did. Purdue had a great win versus, I think it was Louisville, but it doesn't matter. Cincinnati's better. All right. West Virginia versus Buffalo. I have Buffalo in the upset. I just think they're a nitty-gritty team. I think they get right in your face, and I think they're going to win the game. All right. Maryland versus Valparaiso. Another upset. Valparaiso. Maryland's overrated. Just because they play in the Big Ten doesn't mean they're all that. Valparaiso is another one of those underrated teams, in my opinion. I think they're a fucking beast. So I got Valparaiso and Buffalo into the round 3. All right, Butler versus Texas. I got Butler. Notre Dame versus Northeastern. I got Notre Dame. Wichita State versus Indiana. I have Wichita State. A lot of people are picking Indiana. I just think Wichita State's at least going to advance to the next round. And Kansas versus New Mexico State. I have Kansas. All right, and I'm just going to finish out the Midwest. Going to the Sweet 16, I have Kentucky over Cincinnati. I have Valparaiso over Buffalo. And I have Notre Dame over Butler. And I have Kansas over Wichita State. Kentucky versus Valparaiso, I have Kentucky. Notre Dame versus Kansas, I have Notre Dame. So that finishes out the Midwest. Alright. So now we're going on to the West. We have Wisconsin versus Coastal Carolina. I got Wisconsin. We got Oregon versus Oklahoma State. I got Oklahoma State, better team. Upset. Arkansas versus Wofford. I got Wofford. A lot of people are overlooking this matchup just because Arkansas is in the SEC. Wofford is a very dominant team in the conference that they play in. I've watched them all year. That's an upset, and I honestly think that, I think they can make some noise. I really do, but we'll see what happens. North Carolina versus Harvard. This is a tough one for me because Harvard, you might think I'm stupid for saying this, but they have a lot of smart motherfuckers, obviously, and they know how to control the game, and they have tough and physical. They have a tough and physical forward pack. So this is going to be a tough game for North Carolina, but I ultimately see North Carolina going on. But do not be surprised if Harvard moves on. North Carolina is probably going to win, but I have North Carolina going on to face Wofford, though. Xavier versus Mississippi or BYU. I have Xavier. It doesn't even matter. Baylor versus Georgia State. I got Baylor. VCU versus Ohio State. I have VCU. Arizona versus Texas Southern. I have Arizona. I'm going to finish out that bracket, too. Wisconsin versus Oklahoma State. I got Wisconsin. Wofford versus North Carolina. I got North Carolina. Xavier versus Baylor, I got Baylor, and VCU versus Arizona, I got Arizona. And then Wisconsin versus North Carolina, I have North Carolina. I think if they get past Harvard, I think they're going to be tough to beat. Harvard, I think, is their toughest competition. So I have North Carolina going pretty far. So I have North Carolina over Wisconsin, and I have Arizona over Baylor. All right, moving on to the East. This might be a long video, I'm sorry. Onto the East bracket, I have Villanova over Lafayette, and I have LSU over NC State. I have Northern Iowa over Wyoming. A lot of people have Wyoming upsetting Northern Iowa. I just think Northern Iowa is way too strong for them to beat. Louisville versus UC Irvine. UC Irvine's going to be a tough challenge, but I have Louisville ultimately moving on. Providence versus Boise or Dayton. I have Providence. I just think they're the better team than both of them. Oklahoma versus Albany. I have Oklahoma. Another tough game. I don't know. I can see that going either way, but I have Oklahoma. Michigan State versus Georgia. I have Michigan State. Georgia sucks. Virginia versus Belmont. I got Virginia. Let's finish out that bracket. Villanova versus LSU. I got Villanova. Northern Iowa versus Louisville. I got Louisville, even though they're banged up. Providence versus Oklahoma. I got Oklahoma. Michigan State versus Virginia. I got Virginia. Villanova versus Louisville. I got Villanova. I think they're gonna make some noise this year. Oklahoma versus Virginia. I have Virginia. So that finishes out that bracket. All right, to the South and final bracket. Duke versus Robert Morris or the other. I don't. It doesn't even matter. Duke's gonna move on. San Diego State versus St. John's. I got San Diego State. A lot of people think St. John's is gonna overpower this team with their scoring. I don't. I think St. John's is gonna get up. Well, not upset because obviously San Diego State's the lower seed, but higher seed. But I just think San Diego State's not overwhelmingly, but I think they're the better team. Utah versus FS Austin. I got Utah. You know, FS Austin's a good team. SF Austin is a good team, but I just think overall Utah's better. Georgetown versus Eastern Washington. Georgetown. SMU versus UCLA. This is another tough one for me, but I got SMU just because of Coach Larry Brown, and I think he thrives off the championship type of shit. So I got SMU. Iowa State versus UAB. Iowa State. Iowa versus Davidson. I got Davidson in the upset. And Gonzaga versus North Dakota State. I got Gonzaga. All right, finishing this bracket. Duke versus San Diego State. I got San Diego State. And here's why. I think Duke fucking blows. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. As much as I want to see them lose in the first round, I know that's not going to happen. Duke is really, they're so overrated every single year. I don't know what it is. I love their coach, but they have one player, in my opinion, and it's not enough to get you to the finals. I'm sorry. So I have them losing to San Diego State in the upset. We got Utah versus Georgetown. I got Utah. SMU versus Iowa State. I got SMU. I just think Larry Brown's going to be a big factor to that team. Davidson versus Gonzaga. I got Davidson in the big upset. I don't know. I'm just feeling that vibe. I think Davidson's that Cinderella team that gets through. And I think Gonzaga is really overrated with the conference they play in. Alright, now we're going to get on to... we're going to get on to the Elite Eight. Here we go. Alright, we got Kentucky versus Notre Dame. I got Kentucky, obviously. You know, it's not even going to be that close. We got... Wait, did I do my Sweet 16? Yeah, I did. I got Kentucky over Notre Dame in the Elite Eight. So they're there. Arizona versus North Carolina. I have Arizona. I just think they're the better defensive team. North Carolina's going to make some noise, though, this year. If they get past Harvard, just like I said. Villanova versus Virginia. I have Virginia. It's going to be a very, very close game. The line might be 1, maybe a pick 'em. I think it's going to be Virginia, though. I just think they're red hot behind the three-point arc, and I think that'll make a difference. And Utah versus SMU. I have SMU into the Final Four. I know that's crazy. I don't know. I just think the Larry Brown thing's just cool. I don't know. I have a vibe there. Which brings us to the Final Four. I'm going to go into the other side first. Virginia versus SMU. I got Virginia. Virginia just overpowers SMU, and they go into the national championship game. Arizona versus Kentucky. Shout out to Rock to the Grave. You know, you made me go look at something. Okay, I did some film on Arizona. I know they're a very good team. I didn't think they were this good though. I looked at film and they are the only team that can match up with Kentucky. Therefore, I'm going with Arizona versus Virginia for the national title game. I think Kentucky is going to get upset. I really do. And who do I have winning the national title game? Arizona. Have a great day, guys. I'm out of here.